devoid of politics, fear, or favor. Deputy General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Haruna Mohammed, has insisted that allegations of vote buying must be treated as a criminal offense and investigated by the Ghana Police Service rather than being handled solely through internal party mechanisms. Speaking in an interview, he argued that vote buying undermines Ghana's democratic processes and should attract the attention of law enforcement. He questioned why political parties would attempt to resolve such allegations internally instead of allowing state institutions conduct independent investigation. The NPP Deputy General Secretary also criticized the growing tendency of political parties to establish committees in probing vote-buying allegations, describing such processes as ineffective and lacking legal consequences. It suggested that internal investigations often end up producing outcomes with little impact, while the alleged wrongdoing remains unpunished. Investigations should be done on criminal matters on this alleged vote buying, and the NDC, have to do their own investigations, which ought to come out as nothing baseless, no effect, no contribution, just to tell us that proceed. It is a useless adventure, he said. His comment comes after the NDC announced it will proceed with Baba Jamal as its candidate for the Ayawaso East by-election, citing constitutional and time constraint. So this is from Deputy General Secretary of the the New Patriotic Party, Mohammed Haruna. I mean, he's hitting so hard on the voter inducement, buying the votes of people. And I feel like this is not something new. It is something that we've experienced over and over again. It's something that we've normalized in the country. Tell me why a competent leader should buy the vote of someone. If you feel you are competent enough, if you feel you've done your work as you are expected to do, there is no need to go buying things for people. There is no need going to buy refrigerator for people, buy air condition for people, hair dryers and all stuff for people just because you want to be voted for. No. But you see, where we've gotten to as a country, because we've normalized it, and it's like it is something that has been injected into our blood, so it is so difficult to do away with that. And so when it's time for election, it's either you pay me or I don't vote. It's either you give me money or I don't vote. It's either you buy me this, you buy me that, or I don't vote. And this is the main reason why we don't vote for competent leaders. We vote for leaders who do not even have the people at heart. We vote for people or leaders who come in with their own selfish gains. They come in and then they amass wars for themselves, not thinking about the developments of the country, not thinking about the developments of their constituency, and that is where we are today. That is the main reason why we keep marking time as a country. That is the main reason why we don't have leaders with integrity. We don't have leaders who are competent. We don't have loyal leaders. We don't have leaders who can even put their integrity on the line. No, we don't have them, because they have to pay for it. With this issue in Ayawaso, it was plain. It was evident. The man accepted the fact that he gave out 32-inch of television to people. Board X was given to people. People who went in to vote, constituents who went in to vote, they were interviewed. And one man said, I've been given a 32-inch of television, and we've been given board X. So why then do you wait? You see, my problem is, we wait until election is due. That is when we know that we can do something. And it's funny, because anytime there is election, anything sort of election, you just look at the conduct of our leaders. It is solely different from when they totally gain power. When they are seeking for your favor to lead you, their attitude is different. They tend to do everything you want. It's just like somebody desperate to get something. They don't mind going the extreme, going extreme miles to win your favor, they will do everything at all. Even if it means for them to lose everything, they will do it. Because they want to gain a favor from you. And immediately they gain that favor, forget it. Forget it. So I ask myself, you buy refrigerator for people, some even go ahead to buy motorbikes and all stuff for people. Where do you get that money from? Yes, you are working, it's evident. But tell me, how much have you saved to buy vehicles, motors, and all that for a population of, say, maybe 30,000 people, or maybe 20,000 people? Where do you get that money to sort them out? And you see, that is the main reason why after you vote for them and they come in, they don't want to develop their community, they don't want to construct roads, they don't want to build, basic amenities so that the people will feel relieved. They don't want to do it. Now, scan all their money and comfort the farm by constructing road. You've already spent the money. The money you use in constructing the road, that is the plantation chiefs you've taken. The money you will use in building the hospitals, in lobbying for you to get schools and all that, is the money he has used in buying you yogurt. It's the money he has used in buying you the refrigerator. It's the money he has used in buying you all those stuff that you are happy to take. So what else do you want? And that is why we are where we are today. It's kind of painful, seriously. Because see, all the leaders we have of late, they are in for their own gain. So now everybody wants to be a politician. Everybody is aspiring to become a politician. Why? Because they feel like, oh, that is where you can loot and you go scot-free. That is where you can steal. And even steal the state name and no one will ask you anything. And even when it gets to court, your people are there. They're going to work things out for you. And then you are allowed to go scot-free. So now everybody wants to become a politician. Because I want to scan it. That is the mindset. I want to scan it. And it's bad. It's bad. This issue should be dealt with. And you see, it's affecting our democracy processes. Why? Because it's eroding trust. We end up picking people who do not, as I said earlier on, we end up picking people who their mindset is not even on development or anything. No. So we pick people who are selfish. We pick people who are arrogant. We pick leaders who are disrespectful. We pick leaders who are educated illiterate. And then they stand up and then they say anything just like that. They don't even care. They don't listen to you. They don't mind you. And this is where we've gotten to. I've heard people say, oh, it's normal. Say, yeah. Has it benefited us? Let's ask ourselves those questions. So they bought our vote, but has it benefited us as a country? Why would you do this far ahead? Why? So immediately you come into power. Why won't you develop the place, let the people know that this is what you do? See, let me tell you, there are some constituencies in Ghana here that no matter how well you pump money into this delegate or how well you pay them money, they will still not vote against their personal person, because they know what the person can do. Unless the person decides, say, me and Kobe, I'm stepping down. Because they've laid that foundation. Those are the people who started way back. They started developing the community or their constituency little by little. We see instances where some members of parliament bought chobos, Milos and all that for students to go to school. We've seen instances where, what's the name? Needy but brilliant students in their constituencies were being offered scholarship to study abroad. We've seen instances where constituents are being given free fuel. We've even seen instances where university students are being given free makeup. You see, all these things, you do it like you're preparing the grounds. You don't do this when it's time for election. If you're doing this 3 days to election, 1 week to election, 4 weeks to election, it means automatically you are buying the votes of the people. That is what you are saying. And you see, it is in those times that, our mind was a bit archaic, but now we are waking up. And so that is why we will take the money, we won't vote for you. As for the money, they will take, but they won't vote for you. Because I came across an interview where one of the men was so sincere to himself. He said, yes, I received 32-inch of television. I did. And the man said, so who did you vote for? He said, my vote is my power. I can't disclose it. He can't disclose it. So most people, they will take that money, they will take it, but they won't vote for you. Just say, so what we are saying is that it's not helping us. It has not helped us, and it won't help us. And it has not, and it will not change. It will not change. There should be a law that backs all this. So that anyone that is found culpable, will dance to the tune of their own music. We won't allow these people to go just like that. No. So they say, they are saying that Baba Jamal, he should go and contest for the NDC. This is an internal issue. And Mohammed Haruna is saying that we shouldn't only limit it to internal issues, but we can also put it into law. And then ensure that people who are found culpable will be held responsible for their act. So if you look at the Representation of the People's Amendment Act 2016, Act 999, and then the Electoral Commission Act 1993, Act 451 prohibits voter inducement. Specifically, Section 28 of Act 999 makes it an offense to offer or give money or other inducement to influence a person's vote. Penalty for voter inducement can include fines and imprisonment. When you need to it's because we have it and they are not working. So what should we do? These are certain things we should pay much attention to. These are things that should be passed into law. So that if you have it in mind, starting from today, that you want to hold a position, start doing your work. You don't wait 2 days. That's the fact. So please, we want leaders who have the people at heart, leaders with positive mindset to develop the country, to develop their constituents, and not for their personal gain and not for their selfish gain. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.